Hey, this is Letters to You in 215. This one's called Mama. Dear Ewan, I'm craving sour cream and onion lays. There's a cartoon playing and a phone game in my hand. I'm feeling something very indirectly. Or better said, I'm trying not to feel something. What am I feeling? Well, I just cuddled my mother for the first time in years. She held me like she could tell I haven't felt safe in years and years and years. She held me like she doesn't know why, but she's going to hold me anyway. I don't remember why. I do remember when. I remember when I lost my trust. My dad was spanking my sister, and I was 4, and I jumped out of my room and yelled, "Leave her alone!" My mother yelled for me to go back in my room, and I turned tail and felt like the biggest coward in the existence of existence. My silent protest was to go into the bathroom and camp on the toilet. I didn't have a lot of ways to say I was upset back then. She came in and told me that my sister was spanked for some reason. That was the moment I stopped trusting everybody. I heard her reason, and my little brain said, "She's lying." I don't remember what my cues were or why I felt so sure, but it was a devastating sureness. She was the person I felt safe with, and she just lied. Looking back, I don't remember if it was more scary that she was lying or that I was terrified that she couldn't tell that I could tell she was lying. I'm very clear that at that age, I wasn't able to take perspective on so many things. I was definitely conflating and assuming and feeling sure when I shouldn't have, and it was like spontaneously combusting. The aftermath of that moment has been a part of my being for a long time. Don't trust people, and don't trust women. I'm very clear that I have as much reason to believe that story as any other, and believing it has gotten rote. I'm over it. It's done. I'll talk to one of my healer friends or just live cross eyed. No biggie. I came down to my mother's house from Seattle to have a type of talk I'm learning to have. Planning for loss of autonomy with people that I'm signed up to support in dignity. It's a weird conversation. Some health thing will come up that has a kind of average outlook. I trace the arc of the outlook and then ask the person I love, "Can we plan for the day where you'll need more help than we both like to imagine?" She was interested in the topic, less interested in the actual planning, and firm with her boundaries when I asked to look at stuff that was private to her. When she drew that boundary, I pointed out that sometime in the future, it might be good for me to be let in there. A minute later, I took a deep breath, silently felt patience sprinkled with grief, and said, "Okay, you can always let me in at your own speed or not at all, but I'm not the kind of person that will fight you to help you. That's not my way." It was obvious that the grief was visible, even though I tried to hide it. That seemed to impact her the most. I love my mom. I'm going to love her even if she makes choices that I don't support. I'm protecting my heart from the moment she makes a choice I can't correct. I'll definitely wonder if I could have tried something else, but she's wonderful and she can have her dignity. As soon as I laid down my, what should I call it, limit, "I won't fight you to help you." As soon as I laid down my limit, the whole room shifted. She's moving this spring and she has a lot of stuff. When I had come in earlier and she showed me some garden gnomes her friend had given her, I think I might have rolled my eyes. After I named my limit, I looked at the garden gnomes and thought, that's really fucking cool. And I told her. Her friend had created a whole village of gnomes on a board that she could move around and look at. It could go outside, but Mama wanted them inside to look at them more. I like that about her. So we had the hard part of the talk, and she started smoking weed with her boyfriend. And I gotta say, it's nice to smoke pot inside like old people do. And we had some tequila, and we're pretty fucked up, and we're laughing. And I thought, why aren't I touching her? Someday I'm gonna want to be touching her, and I can't. And I wrapped my arm around her on the couch, and she leaned in, and I just wrapped her up and leaned over, and we were kind of diagonally spooning on the couch with our legs hanging off. And I can't remember being held like that. I thought, this person knows I'm generally scared. This person knows I'm missing trust and safety. This person doesn't know why and doesn't seem to need a why. This person ain't letting go until I'm ready. And I just went for it. Fuck the stories. We're here right now. If there's trauma, I can show it pages of a different book. I learned this from my dad. Love does not require understanding, shared reality, or something else that would be a third thing that would make the cadence of this sentence dope. It really just seemed to require the unbelief in not love. I was still scared, but the fear wasn't bothered or bothering the love. Same with the distrust. I also had to remember that I hadn't let a hug like this in for a while, so I'm allowed to be new at it. Then she asked if I had fallen asleep, and I said, no, but I'm happy. She laughed. We hugged once more, and she went to bed. Trust and distrust are weird in my body right now. They feel like just two ears listening now. I'm feeling grateful. That was the feeling I was going to eat in Lay's potato chip form. But I'll save that for cheat day. Night, Mike.